On Tuesday, there will be a victory rally for Enugu Rangers. There is no better timing than this. Rangers represent something greater for Ndigo. A lot of people, equally, are beginning to criticize the person of Amobi and then Fidelis Ilechukwu. Criticisms are cheap, you know, but if given the opportunity, you might not be able to even achieve half or 1/3 of what they are achieving. Amobi, on his own part, remains the perfect manager for Enugu Rangers, right? They've never been, since the earliest days of Enugu Rangers, they've never been a GM that has been so dedicated. They've never been a GM that has been so innovative like Amobi has been. And then you look at Fidelis Ilechukwu. He's been the best coach of Rangers in recent season. In just a matter of years, he has won 2 trophies for Enugu Rangers. And then some people have the temerity to criticize him, probably because he's always off and on for national duties. But that on its own is a plus for Enugu Rangers, because as he steps out on national duties and travels and all whatnot, he gains a lot of relevant exposure that might come in or must come in handy when Rangers steps on the pitch. You see their exploit with the recent cup they went for, the Unity Cup. That experience, you cannot downplay it. Listen, criticism are cheap. Very, very cheap. But practically, I believe that the Rangers is on the right path towards the right direction. With what Amobi has been building, from the academia to the main team of Rangers to the Rangers female team, you see that Amobi is a young man on the go. It's a young man with a lot of vision for Enugu Rangers. We can only watch, sit back and relax, and then allow a lot of things to unravel. I believe that in the next few years, you will be able, or we will be able to understand that Amobi Ezeaku was a round peg in the round hole for Enugu Rangers. His passion is unequaled. His willingness to achieve is top-notch. His simplicity in approach is unbelievable. All we can do as Enugu or as Ndibo is to rally around Rangers as they prepare to compete in the CAF competition. Yes. It is not time when we sit back and complain from the comforts of our home. Nigerian League at Toronto, Nigerian League are very dull. This time around, we are going for the CAF competition. So if you do not come out and support your team, do you see how the North Africans behave when they go for CAF competitions? Do you see how willing their fans are ready to travel all the way down from North Africa to come and watch their team play? There was a time I had marketed an idea to the management team of Rangers. Let us make a combination of culture and football. The Ministry of Culture can actually help do this. Let it be that every match that Rangers play will be a vehement display of the rich Igbo culture, masquerading, attire, costumiering. These things are done in Europe and we can replicate them down here. Football on its own is a great income generator. From the sales of jerseys to scaffold to other club materials, we can achieve if we have the right management. Yes, Amobi is actually slowly but steadily taking Enugu Rangers to the promised land. I can know, or we all know, when it used to be, or when the time was, when Enugu Rangers will go into the open market and buy jerseys for people to use. All right, we just go buy Adidas rather than signing contract with jersey production companies. Listen, across the globe, football clubs actually generate money always by signing contract with all these. You see Puma, you see Adidas, you see all of them, all of those. We are getting there when, I'm looking forward to a day, by the way, when Rangers will sign big contracts with these companies. But we cannot even get there when our own stadiums are always very empty. Because every company that comes to sponsor your football team is coming there so that people can actually, they're coming there for visibility. They want people to see them. They want their products and what they do to, sometimes a lot of all those things go into your head even without you knowing. Because each time you see an advert for like 4 to 5 times, subconsciously those things get into your head. And that's why companies opt to advertise their product through football. or football clubs, jersey sponsorships. When you look at Afri Invest and what they are doing, up until the period when they started actually advertising their product or what they do on the jerseys of Enugu Rangers, I never knew about them. Yes, absolutely, I never knew what Afri Invest was. Or you talk about the other tractor producing company, Notra Tractors, I never knew about them. Until I saw them on the jerseys of Enugu Rangers, I had to go find out what Notra Tractors is, and then I began to even discover that they had an assembly plant over here in Enugu. Football is not just business. It's an avenue to also advertise our culture as Ndibo, right? And that's why I always say that if we want to attract people on the stadium or in the stadium, we must think outside the box. You know, Enugu people, they love Ogene, right? You know that Enugu people, they like masquerading, right? If you ask me, I will tell you that now. The masquerading festival every 2nd of the year, of January, the massive crowd that it attracts is a very good cue to buy into, right? You can buy into them, because if Ndibo or the urban dwellers, if they didn't like masquerading, they wouldn't leave the urban centers to go to Akebugu to watch masquerade on the 2nd day of a year. That they should be in church, making the New Year resolution. But some of them are going to watch the masquerade festival. On its own, it's a very nice thing.